Good morning, Gracie's House gang. Nikki here. You're going to have to bear with me. I've got 2 new pieces of kit this morning, so I'm hoping to see some people pop on any minute, some numbers pop up. I've got a new light that I'm working with, and I've also put a microphone on. So I'd really love it if you guys can tell me, if no one's come on yet, if you can hear me. I have tested it, everything's switched on. But it's a new piece of kit, so I'm really hoping it works this morning. So this is because where I'm starting to do things and I'm turning away from the camera, I'm aware that you might lose some of the things that I'm saying, so I'm hoping this is going to really improve our sound quality. So I've got a couple of people watching. Jackie, can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. I'm using this new microphone. Can you hear me? Morning, Jackie. Can you hear everything I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna hope. No one said they can't hear me yet, so I'm thinking it's working. So we're gonna go for it. So, hi Jennifer. Hi Birdie. So yesterday you guys saw me doing the first coat on this cabinet. I did the second coat. Oh, brilliant, Jackie. Yes, loud and clear. Excellent. Thank you. So I did the second coat. It only has needed, morning Paula, it's only needed 2. We were talking on the first coat about the fantastic coverage that it looked like already. Hi Leslie. And yeah, it just took the 2 coats. What I've done also is just with, I've got these really fine, so this is ultra fine sanding pad, you guys. But I just literally run over it really like that, that's it. Just in case there's any high points. Oh, Jackie, the announcement. Okay, guys, yes. I know, I've been teasing you with the announcement, haven't I? Yeah, okay. So, like I said, it might not be that exciting to you. It's really exciting for me. So, as a content creator, we try to set up affiliate links so that when you guys question me, Terry, here she is, she's so excited. So when you guys ask me where you can get these products, I usually have to point you to the Normal Redesign website and say, find your local retailer. I'm very excited to tell you that I can now offer you an affiliate link. I can offer you an affiliate link that you can come to me, order through my link, and you can order your stuff. It's a trusted supplier, so you don't have to worry there. It's someone that I trust. It is a brand new website that we've set up in order to do this. We're offering free shipping for orders over £60. So that's a nice little bonus as well. For UK customers, that is. For European, I think it's slightly higher, but you can check on the website. But the link is in the description at the top of my live. Yay! So it's been a little bit of work coming. So like I said, it's probably not that exciting for you guys. It might be, but it's very exciting for me, and it's something that we've been working on behind the scenes. So, hi Kelly. So, as I was saying, thanks for all the love, guys. So just, it's not my website, it's an affiliate link. So I will get a little bit of commission, and you guys don't have to pay any more, but you get free delivery if you order over £60. Happy days. So yesterday we painted this, and I was using Dixie Belle, and just to recap, I used Yankee Blue for the dark blues. Savannah Mist is the lighter colour through here. I've had to chuck the pot away because I literally scraped it dry. And then I've got 2 pinks. I've got the Tea Rose and Pink Champagne for some little bits of highlight. So it's looking really cool, isn't it? I'm really pleased, and it's got that sort of cloudy effect, but it's almost like a little bit lighter cloud. I think someone yesterday described it as lighter sunset type clouds. So I'm really pleased. The side that I talked to you about yesterday, this side, I'm not going to spin it round. Where I had to sand it smooth, there was a lot more grain texture. So I'm going to have to tap Helen up for some Savannah Mist, because I've completely run out, literally. To get it to this stage, I was scraping the bottom of the paint jar. So that's where we are. And anyone that's popped on a bit later than the beginning, just to make sure that it's got no high points. And when I say high points, I literally, sometimes you can run your hand over and you can just feel little bits. So I have these really, really ultra fine sanding pads, and I literally I don't actually sand, I'm just going like that over the top, and that's it. And then I take a rag, wipe off any dust that might have created. That's it. I've done a small amount of distressing, just on some sort of sympathetic distressing places that it would normally. Here, what's Jackie put? I've ordered tea rose for its bonkers blendability. Oh my goodness! Bonkers blendability. Tea rose is one of my favourite pinks, guys. So I have. Let's just show you. So we have the Imperial Garden. Morning, Deborah. Which is one of my favourites. And as I said yesterday, I've used half of this transfer already because I used it on a glass cabinet that I gold leafed the back of, and half of it fit perfectly. So I have the other half left. So I've got the bit that says postcard. If I show you on the picture, it might be easier. So if you see on the picture, the bit that's got the postcard down that half, that's the bit I'm going to be using. So I have trimmed them to fit, and I've taken a little bit off the bottom and a little bit off the top. Now, a little tip here is, ordinarily, I would normally place my piece down on the ground to do a big piece of transfer like this. It's much easier, guys. So if you're struggling to try and work up on a vertical surface like this, lay your piece down. It makes it much easier. Sets of drawers, that's how I do all of it. Lay it down. You're not fighting with gravity. It's much easier. But obviously it doesn't help when I'm trying to do it live. So I'm going to start at the bottom. So let me get the right piece. I have my transfer tool, also available via my affiliate link. Like I said, so I've trimmed some off the bottom, and because I'm going to butt this, I'm not going to go up to the edge here. I don't know why. I wouldn't necessarily do this on all my pieces, but for some reason, visually, I decided I'm going to run to the edge of the cabinet door. So that's how I've trimmed it. But there is some space, so you've still got plenty of room to... Now I'm going to try my best to do this and let you see what I'm doing. But I might get in the way at times, and let's just hope it goes okay. And because I'm wearing this microphone, when I'm not turned towards the camera, you should still be able to hear me quite well. That's the hope. I've had the microphone ready for quite some time. My husband sorted it out of his kit, and I've had it ready to use, and I haven't used it. I keep forgetting. Always been so upset with me. Every day, have you used the microphone yet? And I say, nope. Now, I'm leaving this bit loose because I've got this lip to deal with. So because that's why I'm getting the main part here placed as firmly as I can. And I'm leaving that loose so that it doesn't stick. There we go. Oh, Natalie, you're on. You're going to like this. You love anything that's floral. So you're going to like this piece, I think. So I'm using the edge to push it into that crease there. And you see it, wait, it doesn't necessarily stick down. There you go. You see it didn't stick down first time. But it will do. What you don't want is you don't want it to keep lifting back up, because if a little bit is attached and something else pulls back, so you just want to try and, I know you need about 8 hands, I know this, but try not to panic. I know when you do your first one, if you've never done one, when you do your first one, you will panic. I will guarantee it, you'll panic. But you just get used to it, and I promise you relax more. And for those of you that don't want to do it yourself, I'm here. I take commissions. It's not a problem. So this piece will be going up for sale. This is not a commission. I have some customers that are getting braver, but generally these more creative, shall I say, pieces, they're usually sort of down to me. But then having said that, they sell quickly as well. So I think people are starting to see furniture can be a piece of art in their house as well. And you know what? Don't you find it's difficult? My house, oh, hang on, we've got some questions. Morning, Helen. What did you miss? You lost track, you couldn't get your audio working. Well, at least it's not my audio. Look, I'm professional now, I have a microphone. So you've missed the affiliate link announcement, Helen. So people can now order through my affiliate link. How amazing is that? Jackie, wouldn't it help to leave a bit of backing paper on in case it folds? Yeah, do you know what it would do? But because I know it's the way it's curved, I'm just confident. Yeah, I'm just confident, that's all. But yes, you're right, if you're starting out and you're doing this, you probably should leave. Or even if you measure and trim to there and deal with each section separately, that would be another way of doing it. Because it's a straight line as well, I was kind of confident that it wasn't going to flick back on itself. Okay, so I'm not going to lift this yet because I want to get this get around this trim. So this piece of trim is attached to this cupboard door. So I'm going to, again, this is why these tools are so good, because there's such a hard edge, whereas these are great. Patricia, you can order Dixie Bell. No, I haven't got a Dixie Bell affiliate link, unfortunately, not for UK customers. I've got a US Dixie Bell affiliate link, but you can order all of the Redesign with Prima products through my affiliate link that's at the top of the description for this live. But I'll also be putting it in my details, and what I'll also do is the specific items that I'll be using. So once I've finished here, I will be able to tag the products that I've used in the video. And going forward, any images that I put up of things that I've done, I can tag those products for you. So it's easy to find. But once you've used it, it's good to go. Okay, that bit's still not sticking down there. And you know what? Sometimes you get some cracking around a curve. You'll get some cracking. But I don't mind. These are vintage florals. They're kind of vintage looking. I don't mind that so much. I'm not too precious about that. What I'm going to start doing is, because that bit's lifting there. Sorry, my head's probably in the way because I'm concentrating. I might have to switch sides in a sec. There's lots of creases in this bit of trim, but I want to get round all of them. So I'm going to start doing it on the other side of the door as well. And if I stick that from there, and then that won't lift. Let's just push that down. There we go. So now I've pushed that bit down, I can work on this without it cracking too much. Tag the brushes. So you like the, well, if you use the link at the top, you can go to any of the products. So there's tabs on the website with all the different products. Is it the big 2-inch wax brush that you like, that you've been commenting on, I think? I'm not sure. That's the main brush that I've been talking about recently, the 2-inch wax brush, which I think is up there. Oh no, I might have left that in my kitchen actually. I was working with that yesterday. I might pop on later, guys, as well, and do another little live. I've got, I found a wooden fish, like an ornament, carved fish. So I've cleaned it up and I've painted it in bright orange. Gracie's choice. I've painted it in bright orange, and I'm going to use one of the Art Alchemy Finnabair waxes to like highlight it, and I've picked one called Firebird, which is looking rather fabulous. So give it like a really goldfish look. I can always repaint it if I don't like it. I kind of bought it to use as staging because it's a little bit quirky, but Gracie's decided she'd like it in goldfish colours, so we'll see. Okay. So I don't know if you can see, it's already stuck and it's lifting here, which is good because it means the contact with the cupboard is good. I just want to make sure I've got it everywhere else. Try and lift the corner. There we go, so number 6 hasn't stuck down yet. You've just got to be a bit slow, so don't think you're going to just rub it on and then whip the backing paper off. It doesn't always work like that. And you might have a bit that's just a little bit tougher. There we go. And you just have to be a bit gentle. I was really lucky, it went on very, very easily with the gold leaf that I used. But having said that, you see, I was also working on a horizontal surface. So, let's see what that top corner wants to. Can you see what I'm doing? My arms are in the way a little bit, aren't they? Let me just see if I can move everything out of the way. And if I go the other side, it's because I'm a righty. If Gracie was doing it, it'd probably be fine. She's a lefty. Let's see. Sorry. Let's just see. Sound back? Can you hear me now? Thumbs up, can you hear me now? No sound, okay. Broken the microphone. Okay, hold on. Disaster, there we go. Can you hear me again now? I think that should be back, yeah, okay. We'll go back to that. I've obviously destroyed the microphone already, getting it started. Can you hear me back again now? Yes, okay, cool. So, sorry, yeah, Birdie, if you're, I don't think you're in the UK, so silver line brushes, I'm not sure that that's something I can link to you for, because I think they're a UK product. No sound for me. Connie, I think you should be back with sound now. We had a little bit of a microphone issue. I think I've destroyed it trying to turn sides. But I think you can see what I'm doing a bit better now. Okay, so let's just try from this corner again. Sometimes once you just get a little corner, there we go. It's just the first little corner, loud and clear. Yep, good. I'll get that fixed for next time. Hopefully it's just another connection somewhere that I've destroyed and it's not completely broken. And out of curiosity, is it better sound with or without the microphone? Because this was something that my husband was very keen to find out. What I've also done is where I've trimmed some pieces off. Caroline, hashtag replay. This is live, my lovely. We're live. You are watching live. Live with all the mistakes, like having issues with microphones. Oh, so Jennifer, you think the sound's better without the microphone? Or with? Sorry, I've got people saying better sound, but is it better without the microphone? Oh dear. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. So even when I'm turned away without the mic's very clear. Okay. Well, there we go. So, death to the microphone already. I can see over here it's not stuck down very well yet. A little bit there. accidents happen. There you go, don't worry about it. It's all that scripty piece. I'm just going to pull off the bit that's not going to stick now and squish it down with my finger. Don't worry if you make a mistake. You will find as well, is the ones that have got these little bits of writing, you really have to work a bit. Ugh. And I've got a do not disturb going and someone's just tried to phone me. Sorry guys. These things don't always work how they're supposed to. So you see, it's all the writing that I'm having to work a bit harder on. These little spots you've got to do each one. Make sure you go over each one. That's not stuck down 100% down there. So you just have to do it slowly and surely. You see the leaf where it's a bigger surface. The big transfers they do give a massive impact, massive. And I've still actually yet to use like a whole big one on one piece. I do tend to cut them up, but even just half of this, I mean this is one of the big ones, but even just half of this, you see, is going to make a huge. It's going to be, you know, a very dramatic piece. So let's see how we're getting on over this side. Let's still see what I'm doing a bit better, yeah. Yeah, you see, it's all the writing. When you've got the bigger flowers, it's much easier to, you can see that's sort of pretty much done, but the writing, you just have to be a bit more. Just spend a bit more time. So what have you guys got planned today, apart from watching me? It's raining again today here, or it has been. It's not now, but it's not. Yesterday we had a nice sunny day, and it rained later on. Do you know what, now I'm just thinking about the dreaded food shop. Oh gosh, I've really got to do that. At least I've got to get fruit. Gracie goes through fruit like, I don't know what. Bit of a book, telly, strawberries and cream. Oh, do you know, I know it's really naughty, but I love, when I was a kid, we used to have strawberries with just a sprinkling of sugar on the top. Oh, it's terrible. Love that. As if they're not sweet enough already. You're going back to sleep, Terry. You're sleepy. You always need to go back to sleep at this time. Oh yes, Helen's carpet shopping. Kelly, you've got a Bombay dresser. Oh, and a chiffonier, nice. I'm still working on a commission, which is a big kitchen table, and I've got to mix a custom colour to try and match a farrow and ball colour. It's raining on Guernsey. Oh dear. Well, now I just think we're in for it now, aren't we? I think it's going to be a very, very wet autumn. It feels that way. Do you see what I mean about the letters? I come on at 4:30 on your time, Terry. Gosh. Yeah, I think I woke up about 5 today. That's my usual. And I tend to get all my, you know, the things that you have to do on social media, I kind of catch up. There's usually a bit to catch up on in the mornings for me. But I get all that done before Gracie wakes up. Caroline, you've put dog. Do you mean walking the dog? Cold and windy like crazy, yeah. Oh, it's with you as well, Kelly. Yeah, it is quite windy here too. Is there storms going on around the world? To be honest, I don't get much news. I don't. There's a lot of children's television going on in my house. You dodged the rain when you went out with your dogs. Oh, cool, yeah. We managed to dodge the rain on the school run this morning. After watching you spring cleaning out your husband's wardrobe. Gosh. Well, that sounds like fun. Because they'll never do that themselves. I have to switch my summer and winter wardrobes over. I haven't done that yet. And I really should. It's just so tedious, isn't it? And it feels like it comes round ever so quick. The getting the summer clothes out to putting it away again. Look at that. It's going to look fab, isn't it? Have I put it on a bit wonky? I can't tell. That's another reason for doing it horizontally as well. If you lay the thing down, it's easier to see. Because I'm doing it on the camera, I may have put this on a little bit wonky, but I can't tell. And of course, the other thing is, I have a stock of transfers, and I try. You must store them in a dry, cool, dry place. And mine mostly are, but it could be that, you know, I might have had this laying around for a little bit too long. And the new ones, they've worked on the halo and the adhesive. The halo is much more visible on darker colours if you're putting them on a dark background. But I've done, I'm waiting for these photography backgrounds to turn up. I'm waiting to photograph the dressing table I've done, which I use the Violet Hill on. And again, the lettering, oh, it killed me. It took a lot of effort, but it's on a black background, so it's more visible. But to be honest, you can barely notice it. Well, now I've top coated it. The top coat really helps, so you need to burnish well and the top coat. Very, very stubborn little pieces on this today. I think the next piece has not got so much writing. Not get my legs in the way as well, actually. Did everybody see the handbag that I did yesterday? Sometimes the ones that have been open for a while, it helps the room is nice and warm. Oh, okay, you think it reactivates. Do you know what? I wondered that because I quite often like on my hand to do the halo. You just put a warm finger on the halo, it makes it. So I did wonder that, but I didn't want to suggest it. That's a good one. Thank you, Helen. Okay, we're on the last piece of this corner piece now. We're nearly there. Now I appreciate as well that you guys might not have the time to see me do all of the pieces, but I am going to stay on and do all 3 pieces. And I've cut some of the extra bits that I've cut off the top. so that it's not really an obvious sort of line here. I don't want it to look like I'm really not a fan of those ones where they're just sort of plonked on and you can see an obvious line. Yeah, I'd say, Kelly, probably a heat gun might be a bit too hot. I would probably put maybe hey Jodie, I would probably say a hairdryer maybe, and work your way up on the settings perhaps. I wouldn't go for mad heat. And it's great on this piece, there's nothing that goes over the, just happens to be, there's nothing that goes over the hinge, so I didn't need to worry about that. The bag was pretty. Are you sending it away to Santa for me? Do you want it, Helen? You can have it. I know that's one of your favourite transfers, actually. Hi, Janice. Sheffield, oh, not Sheffield here, Sheffield, Tasmania. Sheffield. I think Jodie that's watching, she's quite close to Sheffield. Okay, last letter. Last letter. There we go, done. So there's the first piece on. You thought you're still live. I'm still live. Caroline. Okay, so there might be a couple of bits that lift up, but again, it's that sort of scripty writing. I'm not too fussed. Okay, it doesn't look like I'm too wonky donkey on there. I think we're okay. And that piece, there was a piece here that lifted as I moved. So watching me and painting too. Oh, you're painting at the same time. What are you painting, Caroline? I know you've got a few projects you were talking to me about. So we're going to go for the second piece. I do that. It's quite a good way to multitask, is have someone talking to you about painting in the background while you're painting as well. I quite like that. Okay, I'm just going to have to concentrate a bit here. So I might be getting in the way of the camera just while I place this over here. Got a bit that's going over the hinge there. I'm not too worried about at all. I've got a bit of grass stuck there. Don't know where that's come from. Probably off my slippers. Okay. So what I did on the top, on this piece that we've done, I didn't cut the join off. I left it. But on this piece, I've gone right up to the edge, because you do sometimes get a little bit of a line where you overlap. But again, I don't get too fussed about that. I don't. What have we got here? My sister-in-law gave me a wooden box. It's like a treasure chest. Ah, does she know you're doing it, or are you doing it as a gift for her? I bought Gracie a little jewellery box, a little grown-up jewellery box. She's got the kiddie ones with the ballerina and things in. You like it, Terry? I'm pleased with the colours. I think the pinks tie in quite nicely, and I'm really pleased, because originally I was thinking, oh, do I just do it all in the Savannah Mist and just go solid colour? I think it complements it really well. And I know that Savannah Mist was due to be my main colour, but because I was getting so low, Helen, I need some Savannah Mist. Because I was getting so low, I kind of went a bit more with the pink and the Yankee blue. Do it up. So you get free reign as well. So Caroline's just said she's got a wooden box, like a treasure chest, from her sister-in-law. Yeah. And so you get free design reign. Well, that's always fun. I'm going to do Gracie's jewellery box. Of course it's going to be turquoise. It's probably going to have lush floral on it. I might save it for a live when she's not around, because it probably will be a Christmas present. great thing is there's not much writing on this piece, so it should go on a bit quicker. Here we got, someone's just popped on. Hi Carol and Erin. I've also got the hardware off, and because of the text and the line drawing in the back of this, I'll just show you quickly. I have sprayed it with oil rubbed bronze, which is that Rust-Oleum one. It's quite I quite like this colour, and I thought it'd tie back, but I think it's going to look really, really dark, and I think it's going to be too dark. So I've bought some of the waxes in to have a little play with as well. Send a picture when you're done. Yes. Connie, you had a lag. Did I trim the bottom before matching up? How do you keep it straight? Yeah, I just eyeball it, I'll be honest. So I've trimmed the bottom piece off of the bottom. The top of the bottom piece I left, but the bottom edge of this middle piece I trimmed off. So generally I use a nice straight edge and a craft knife. This morning I just had to use my scissors because I couldn't find my craft knife. And then when I line it up, you've just got to do it by eye. That's really, there isn't any magic way to do that. My tip at the beginning, if you did miss the beginning, is to, if you can, lay your piece on its back. So whatever you're working on, so normally I would have this on its back and I'd work on it so it's a flat surface rather than working against gravity as well. That way you haven't got to hold your transfer, and you've not got to try and do everything. Some people tape them on. Certainly if you're working out placement, use a bit of tape as well. I'm not too worried here, that bit's pulled up, because I didn't particularly want that to go on the hinge anyway, so I mean where you match the two pieces. Yeah, Connie, I sometimes trim one edge and not the other. It really just depends what I'm doing. But you sometimes see a line where the join is, and it's just where the ink's kind of doubling up. So yeah, if you want to cut very, very, very closely down the edge on the one that you can see, it will help. But I'm not overly precious on that line. And because a lot of the transfers I use I cut up, so you don't see the line on a lot of the pieces that I do, because I kind of cut them up and chop them up and use them like that. Let's try and get over the edge, because we need to match the edges up here as well. And there's a little bit of an overlap there. I'm not too fussed. I'm really just not too worried about it. Let's just get that stuck down into that crease. It doesn't want to. So there's that piece stuck down, so it's not going to keep lifting. But this tool again, if you guys are doing transfers, get one of these if you haven't already. It's just not that these don't work; they are brilliant. But these have got, they've got, so on the big end, you see these little sort of hooky, on camera, sorry, these little hooky shapes. They just give you a little bit more control. You see, you can dig it right into a crease there, and that's it. It's done. It's all gone in already, and it's almost like a little curve. So on those curved edges like that, you can run it up. It just gives you more control. I find. I love it. I love mine. Feels like this one's going on a little bit quicker because there's more bigger surfaces for it. Sometimes you can see where it's going to stick already, and sometimes you can't. You can see it releasing. If you do it like this and lift and rub at the same time, it just gives you more of a surface, like I said, with these nice big tools. Be posting this as I missed the beginning. Yes, Carol, I always put my videos back up on my page so you can go back and catch up. So yes, absolutely. I don't think there's ever a video that I've not posted, sort of saved down and posted back up. And how did everybody like the fact that I told you I was coming on at 10? Did you like that? Because normally I'm a bit ad hoc, I know. Would you prefer me to be able to tell you when I'm going to be coming on live, or do you just... It's kind of generally this time. It's a good time for me. Let's see how we're doing for time. I've been on for a while, haven't I? 40 minutes. I wanted to get things done a bit quicker than that, but I've probably been chatting too much. So for those of you that have missed the beginning, little recap, you can now order Redesign with Prima goodies via my affiliate link that is at the top of the post, the description, which is very exciting news for me. It offers free delivery on the UK orders over £60. Jackie, you've been having your coffee. Connie, it's 4:40 in the morning. Oh my goodness. Is that a normal time for you to be awake, guys? I mean, I'm an early riser, but I wouldn't be watching videos on Facebook at 20 to 5 in the morning. Bless you. Do you suffer from insomnia? I think we've got a couple of insomniacs that tend to watch me in the mornings. My leg's going numb. Try not to sit on the cold floor. You might get a cold bottom. I'm so loving the fact that you guys take the time that early in the morning to watch. Like I said, I do my social media stuff, but I don't tend to watch any videos at that time in the morning. Partly because I know my husband would wake up. Or he'd wake up if I was trying to get my headphones on. So if you are doing this yourself, this has taken me longer because I'm talking to you in between. I know, I mean, Connie, getting up that early, especially to watch me. Oh, you work in a hospital as well? Okay. So does that mean you're up early to go on shift, or you're back from a shift and you're buzzing still? Oh, Connie, you've had COVID. Oh. So are you feeling better? But you still just awake at funny hours, are you, or just resting lots? See how much different. See, as soon as you've got a big piece, it comes off much easier. Now, I might have some little air bubbles here, and I don't ever worry about air bubbles. I just get my craft knife, just put a tiny little hole in, or a pin, just pop it and then rub it. Don't do that with it still as an air bubble, because if it moves and then sticks, you're done for. So just put a pin in it and push the air out. That will be much better for you. And I have got a little bit of cracking down here. I'll do some close-ups later. You can have a look. Oh, thank you, Carol. So, yeah, there is a bit of cracking, but do you know what? It's a vintage-looking piece. I may go over it with some wax and things anyway afterwards, just to sort of dirty it up a little bit more. I'm not sure yet. I'm not 100% sure. But you know, you can, if you want to, you can just get some little paints and touch up, especially the flowers. It's easy. I had a little accident on the Violet Hill piece, and because I wasn't using the whole transfer, I managed to just cut a bit of pink out of one of the other roses and patch it up basically. It doesn't even notice, you won't know. You absolutely wouldn't know. So I'm going to come over this side now. I love a good peely revealy. No, a bit there, didn't want to stick. You see the bits that are not sticking down immediately. It's all those little writing type bits. Flower. But this is why people do see a premium. I often see questions about, for those of you that do this to sell, I often see questions about, oh, you know, a transfer's worth putting on your furniture. I'm sure there's areas where it doesn't work. I'm lucky enough in the UK, I use Etsy to sell my pieces and they go all across the country. So it doesn't matter what sells locally for me entirely. Because I'm selling nationally, and I know it works differently for you guys in the States, but for me, people will pay the extra that's involved in having a transfer because, especially with the way I use a lot of my transfers, I don't use the whole piece and I don't use the whole piece in the same way. So every single time I use a transfer, it's different. The placement is different, it'll have a different background. So, you know, when I use the transfers, I'm really creating bespoke pieces each time. And I really think people are starting to see a value in that. What have we got there? Oh, Erin, you like the colour? I think the colours look awesome, don't they? And yeah, I've missed a comment because I was chatting, but I think we had a Laurie was saying she's a registered respiratory therapist. So you've seen like the real rough end of it, I imagine. So yeah, we had some lovely comments from Terry saying, thank you for all your important work. You're absolutely right. I think we're just about to see all our numbers are going up again over here. So we've got half term at the end of October and we are just waiting for an announcement that will probably tell us that the half term is going to be longer and that they're going to lock it down for a bit longer. That's not official news, by the way. That's just what we think is going to happen. And there we go. So you see, I don't know if you can see, it's so subtle. There is a little line, but it's not big enough to worry about. Okay. Just smooth it over. I'm going to go in there. Just push that down. Do the same there. There we go. Okay, last piece. Connie, I'm really, really pleased with the combination of this transfer with these colours. And I'm quite glad. Oh look, you see, every now and then you'll get a little bit that just doesn't stick to it sticks to the wrong piece. But let's have a little look. Do you know what? That'll look okay. And you can always just paint that little bit on. I might see if I can peel it off, but it's unlikely. Right, this bit actually is going to be tricky. I'm going to put it back on the backing paper. What I should have done, I do try to pre-cut everything before I come online. And I completely forgot to measure this bit. So, because what I'm going to do is I'm not going to be able to go over all of that, and so I'm going to do this in sections. Let me just get a ruler. I wish I had my knife with me because it's much better to cut this with a straight edge. you think you might be in stage 4 lockdown. I just think it's coming, isn't it? I mean, we had the best weather early on, didn't we? And now it's going to kick our asses again because it's autumn and winter. Okay, so I'm going to measure here. So it's 3.1 inches to the bottom. Sorry, I should have done this, and this is going to be really awkward. I'm going to snip there. And I am eyeballing it. I'm normally much more planned than this, and I would cut it and measure it much more properly with a straight edge so that I'm straight. You know, a square edge so that I know that I'm level as well. But needs must. Let's just see, I'm making sure. Oh yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm not doing bad with the straight line. It's good enough. It's good enough. Okay. So that piece is going to go in there. Yeah. I'm just trying to read a comment. Hang on, Jackie. It's sad that it's covering up. Yeah, but do you know what? There's so much blend here, and there's still quite a lot of blend going on, and it's on the top. I don't mind. I don't mind. Sorry, concentrating. I go quiet when I concentrate. Did you notice? Tuck up into that corner. There we go. It's tucked up in. I think you can still see the blend quite well. I think it's okay. Maureen, where do you get your transfers from? You're GB based. I'm also GB based. If you look at the top of the description, I'm now able to offer an affiliate link, so you can buy all your transfers and all your redesign with Prima goodies through that link. So it is an affiliate link. It's not my website. I'm not the retailer. I will get a little bit of commission, but you won't be paying any more than you normally would do. And through that, you're also being offered free UK delivery on orders over £60. Do you know what I think I'm going to do? I think, I don't know whether I'm going to go over that or whether to just go into the drawer. What do you think, guys? Shall I bother with the top piece or shall I just leave the drawer? What do you think? See, the plan changes all the time. What would you do? Not what would Nikki do, what would you do? So, would you go over the lip and onto the drawer? Would you miss the lip and do the drawer? Or would you just leave that as it is now? Do you think leave the drawer? Okay, we've got one vote for leave the drawer. I'm just thinking it might be quite nice leaving the drawer. And that gives me more to play with here, to put over here and blend those in. Because like I said earlier, I'm not one for the big blunt ending. Just the drawer, leave the drawer vote. Okay. And then you go, there you go, a little bit of blending you can leave revealed. Let's for anyone that's not done these before and might want to know about top coating, leave as is, yeah? Leave the lip, do the, oh, miss the lip, do the drawer. Oh, we've divided. Leave the drawer to show the blend, another one leaving the drawer. Oh, I think there's there's more love for leaving the drawer. So we might leave the drawer. What will I do next to the transfer? As in the top coat? I did start saying that, didn't I, Jackie? Thank you. Yeah, this will be top coated. I personally really love that sort of flat matte look. So my favourite to use is a flat top coat. I use either Polyvine Dead Flat wax finish varnish, which is lovely feeling, and also the Dixie Belle clear coat in flat. They're both my favourites. I love how smooth it is, but not shiny. So I'd have a small metallic cascade from the top corner. Oh, I could add some moulds. Oh, yeah, we'll leave the drawer without a transfer, but I might add something pretty to it. Oh, you're terrible, you guys. Getting me to add extra stuff. I don't know. Okay. Let's have a look at what we've got. Raining again. Sounds like it's raining. I'll hear a wee pitter-patter. 3 litres of Polyvine, I'm assuming, because I don't think you can buy Dixie Belle in 3 litres. Yeah, I'm still getting through a bit of a stockpile of Polyvine, if I'm honest. But I have got some big pots of Dixie Belle as well now. I know this, depending on what I'm going to add to this, who knows whether this will get finished today. But for those of you, look, I appreciate that we've been on an hour now doing this. And so I appreciate that you might not have the time to sit and watch this for an hour. So those of you that don't, like always, I photograph all my pieces. What area? I'm in Bedford, or just outside of Bedford, so Bedfordshire, which is north of London. Whereabouts are you, Maureen? You like what I'm doing? That's lovely, thank you. I do enjoy what I do. I love what I do. And I'm lucky to love what I do. Kelly, pouring resins are expensive. We've got one here. It is a UK brand actually. So originally I was using the Amazing resin, which is, I don't know if you can get that in Australia actually. Oh, you're in Manchester, Maureen, yeah. I don't know much about Manchester. I think I've been once when I used to work as a I used to work for the buying office for New Look, and we had to do some store visits, and I went to Manchester, and I think that's the only time I've ever been. I have a TV in my workshop. Oh, so you can't get amazing resin in Australia. I don't even know what to offer you as an alternative then. The company that interestingly to look for, the company I get mine from now is actually more of a specialist in like costume and theatre makeup for making prosthetics. So it might help you to look for that rather than the resin. And also the resin I use isn't clear, it's a quick setting one. Jackie, I can't remember the name. I'll put a link in. It's called something like PC 160. It's got no branding. But like I just said, it's a brand, the company specialises in theatrical makeup for prosthetics and things. So they have all sorts of products. But it works in a very, very similar way. I get my son to hunt stuff for you. Yeah, the one that I use now, it works in a very similar way, but it works out cheaper than amazing resin. So I will put a link for that in my comments as well. You might have to jog my memory, but I will try. So I think it seemed, apart from a few, we unanimously decided that we're going to leave the top drawer without transfer on. But I will do something else up there. Okay, there's a little bit of wrinkling there, but you just press it down again. A warm finger, don't rub, press. Because if there's any bit that isn't adhered 100%, then if you rub it and it's not adhered, you run the risk of lifting it with your finger, so press it down. There's some places here that I need to just stick it down more and be a bit more careful, but we're pretty much done. And I need to get my craft knife and just run some down there. So I think I got it a little bit wonky donkey, but I don't think it notices enough. So I've got this piece here, which has got the postcard writing on it. I've got that bit, which I was thinking I might add in here somewhere. It might be a bit wide. I just didn't want because it is a building, so it kind of does end there, but I don't want it to just look, if I pull it that way a little bit, it's just it ends and you've got this big space. So I kind of wanted to add some stuff on that, see, that's why I'm thinking maybe I should use that. If you just see, guys, it kind of gives a reason for that to be finishing. I don't know, I think I'm thinking about putting it on because it doesn't cover the whole drawer. I don't know. What do you think? I think I might. I think I might cut a slither off and put that in there. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. A little bit of creative thought. Let's just cut a strip deep, isn't it? Because I want to keep, if I can, the postcard writing, or as much of it as I can. Ideally, I want to keep that and fit that on the whole of the drawer. Yeah, I think now I've seen it, I think it needs it, doesn't it? I think it looks a bit too like I've just stuck a piece there. I think this will finish it nicely. So I think that will just about finish in there. We need to go there. And you see, this is how creativity, I change my mind all the time. Yep, Jackie, that's what happens. Because I was really thinking, I'm going to leave the drawer. But I think it needs it. I think it needs it. So, what do we think? And that'll get most of the writing on there. I'll just trim it a little bit at the top. And you see, I've not gone right to the edge here because those lines don't match up, but I've cut some of the edge off so the leaves match up. You see what I've done? Yeah, it looks. I think it looks right, doesn't it? Yeah, it's definitely raining now. There we go. Yeah, yeah, doing it, doing it. Oh, that's that bit that's stuck on anyway. Whoop. Come here. Get that bit straight. Okay. Yeah, I think the having the building finish at the top was really actually quite important, more important than I realised. It was kind of the original, it was the original plan, but I think it makes it look more relevant how it ends here, I think, as well. It kind of explains what this piece is. Yeah. You wish the writing of the postcard was a bit smaller. I know, but it is what it is. I quite like it. I quite like it. And of course, once you get the handle on, once you start putting the handles and things on, it'll start balancing it out because it's got none of its none of its final details are on there. And like I said, the original reason I chose the oil rubbed bronze to spray the hardware was to pick up the darkness of the writing. And then I was worried when I put the hardware against it before I put the transfer on. I was thinking, oh, is it going to be too dark? I didn't think it looked like it was going to work. But actually, I think I don't need to have any waxes on them to lighten them up. I think it's going to like really enhance the details. I think Jodie's not watching anymore. She's gone on her own live. I think Jodie's been trying to go live on her page every day this month. I mean, I tried to go live, but I don't bless her. She must be so busy. I don't commit to it. I come on as and when, don't I? Writing, it takes ages. It takes ages. I do love this sketchiness of the building in the background of this one. It's really, really pretty. It's so light, and although it's done in a dark brown, it's just so subtle. It's really pretty. Thank you, Tonya. I really do. I actually love coming on live with you guys because it is like I'm having a cuppa with my friends, and you just, so many comments make me chuckle and brighten my day so much. It's quite nice to know that when I've done my school run, I can come on and then chat with you guys. It's nice. But you see, like when we got to the top, and I said, "Oh, should we leave the top? Should we leave it as just a plain drawer?" And you kind of, that's how my creative process works. Sometimes you can have a plan and you can start going with it, and you can see that it's not going to, what's in your head is not going to pull off. I'm lucky in as much as most of my projects do come out how they are in my mind, but for a minute I did think it would look better without the drawer being done. And that, to me, that is the creative process. That is how things work. It's probably better not to have too much of a fixed idea in your head, I think. Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca lives in the same village as me, everybody, and she is fabulous. She makes beautiful things, ceramic pots and beautiful, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Rebecca, but your pinch jugs, and she does them with gold splashes on, but oh, they're beautiful. She's got like a field next to her, and she uses a lot of wild grasses to print into the ceramic before she fires it. Oh, they're beautiful. She does personalised stuff, dog bowls, even dog bowls personalised. They're so cute. You love, Laurie, you love my accent. Oh, thanks. If you ever hear Mr. Gracie's house speak, I think he grew up watching a lot of Only Fools and Horses, because he's not from London at all, but he sounds like he is. It is his all-time favourite programme. You're hoping they're back at... Oh, they're not back at school yet? Is that because of the level lockdown you're on, Kelly? Pricing up lots. Are you, Rebecca, are you due to... Are you doing a fair, or are you getting stuff ready to go into the shop in Ant Hill? Yeah, my husband, big Only Fools and Horses fan. Our wedding car to take us to the place we stayed at the night of the wedding was the yellow three-wheeler, or a yellow three-wheeler to look like the Del Boy car. Complete with random exploding blow-up dolls in the back. That leaf doesn't want to stick in that corner. Let's try that one again. There we go. So there's a bit missing there, which stuck to the backing paper. I quite like what we've got going on. There's a nice little bit of brown writing there, which I might pop here somewhere. Pop along that bottom row. I won't do all of those little finishing touches. Okay guys, I think I've had you for long enough. I've had you for well over an hour, and I really didn't intend to be that long. But I really appreciate you, those of you that have hung on to the bitter end. I'll get the hardware on. Like I said, I'm going to have to snitch some Savannah Mist from Helen to get that side. That side needs another coat. 2 coats wasn't quite enough for that side. And I'm going to get the hardware on and just see where I am, whether it needs something else, and then I might be raiding my mould stash and see. But hopefully the next time you see this, it'll be fully finished, photographed, staged. Yeah. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and I'm going to try and come on to do that little project later, which I promise will be a little project. It's just the wooden fish with some waxes. Don't forget, you can now buy through my affiliate link. Have a look in the link in the top of the post. Oh, thanks, Birdie. Thank you. I'm really pleased with the colours and how it's come out. It kind of looks like this is the sky behind the building. I think it's turned out. Actually, that part unplanned, but I'm pretty pleased with it. So yeah, again, anyone that's watching that hasn't already liked and followed my page, please do. Check me out on Instagram. I'm trying to get my numbers up on Instagram now as well. I don't want to give you too many things that I request of you, but I really appreciate you watching. So thanks a lot, guys. Bye.